from the Men of High Value channel. My name is Joseph Darling. We are discussing working hard versus working smart, because on this channel we continuously and repeatedly are always talking about the 80-hour work week. But then people are going to say, well, what about the 4-hour work week? What about working smart? What about, I want to be effective so that I can spend more time on the beach, so that I can spend more time with my family, etc., etc., etc. So how does this all work together? And I want to use a few examples. I'm going to use the examples of the 80-hour work week. I'm going to use the examples of YouTube, okay, making videos on YouTube, and also in terms of building your business with leads, right? So all these three. And then I'll mention something about women at the end. When it comes to working hard versus working smart, it's basically the same analogy as quantity versus quality. If you work hard, that's basically quantity of minutes, like quantity of hours, right? But if you're working smart, then it's it's the quality that matters, right? So if you combine these, and let's look at this from an 80-hour work week perspective. In the 4-Hour Workweek book written by Tim Ferriss, he talks about some legit stuff, okay? It's not like his book is completely useless and you don't have to read it. At some point in the future, do read it once and then throw it out, okay? But basically what he teaches in that book is about systems. Developing systems in order for you to create passive income, which allows you to work on the next project and then develop passive income there, and then you can start on the next project again. It's all about systems. And this is what allows a person to actually work 4 hours a week and make a lot of money. But you have to realize that he doesn't say this. Well, he kind of does, but no one really thinks about it when they read the book, that he actually was doing massive amounts of work ethic before he came to the point of actually doing the 4-hour work week. Getting to that point requires hard work. So he literally came to the aspect of quality hours, okay, in terms of building up systems, but in order for him to arrive there, he had to do the quantity of hours first. So running this back to you and what you should be doing in your own life and in your own business and in basically building up your career, you need to think about it this way, that until you've done the quantity of hours, you'll never get to the quality of hours. Until you've done the quantity of hours, you'll never get to the quality of hours, because you won't really know what is quality. What is it that people want from me? What skills do I have? What talents do I have? What valuable entities or things can I bring to the marketplace that they want from me? You can't get that overview without having first done the quantity of hours. And this is why it's the first step for all of you, is to do the 80-hour work week and build that work ethic. Okay, there's nothing more important in your life if you want to become obsessed, if you want to become a multimillionaire in the future. All of them, everyone that has ever become rich, self-made, okay? There's no such thing as self-made, because you always, personal development is a team sport. But all of those guys, trust me, they all had a massive work ethic, and you can't avoid it. Learn it once and for all. When it comes to YouTube videos, I have this discussion with my client Loista all of the time. It's like, should I make more YouTube videos? I'm pumping out videos every single day, an amazing short video, blah, blah, etc., etc. And we talk about it on end. Well, basically, we figured out that the only way that he could produce quality right now, the shorts and the long form that he creates these days, is because he created a bunch of quantity in the beginning. The fact that he was making video after video after video and learning how to make a video, learning how to edit, learning how to script writing, learning all of the things that he's learned, now he's able to create a quality video, and he can make as many quality videos as he wants if he scales and starts employing people. But there's a limit to how much quality he can create on his own, but he knows now how to make it. And how did he know how to make it? Out of the quantity of videos that he made in the past. You can't escape the quantity in order for you to get to the quality. And it ends up now with the leads aspect in your business. When you're building a business, you're going to offer a product or service, right? Well, guess what? Someone needs to buy those products and services or there's no business. You need clients, you need customers. And in the beginning, you're going to be looking for leads. You're going to be looking for people who want to buy your product and service. Most businesses these days are not walk-in businesses where people are like, oh, I see your sign out there and I'm going to go inside your shop. Most businesses these days are online. And so you need to learn how to attract customers to get into your business. And usually that happens with leads, right? And the more pricey the product or service is, the more you have to understand lead generation. Well, how do you start out with that? You want quality leads, right? You want to be able to get tons of quality leads that simply come inside your business or basically DM you and say, I want to buy your product. I think it's absolutely amazing, blah, 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 blah. This rarely ever happens in business, okay? Especially when you're starting out the first 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Meaning, you've got to get to the point where you have a lot of leads. So it's about quantity first, and then over time you'll begin to set standards for yourself of what type of leads you're willing to work with in order for you to find out if they're going to become a client or customer or not. So the quality of it is going to be there eventually, but you have to start with the quantity aspect, which is why the beginning of your business is going to be the worst time of your business. A lot of people don't realize that starting a business, the worst time that you'll ever have in business is in the beginning of your business. It's not going to be like this forever. People believe that the first year, 2 years is going to be like that's business. Oh my gosh, I don't think I want to build a business if this is the life of an entrepreneur. They miss out though, because these 2 years in the beginning are the worst part of your business ever. So if you understand that, the importance of hiring a mentor or coach during that time to have fun during the first 1 to 2 years of your business is crucial, or else you're going to give up. You're going to stop the process and you're not going to be consistent, and you're basically going to stop working hard, which means you're never ever going to work smart. Now, does this work the same way when it comes to women? Quantity over quality. Should you at some point go through quantity of women in order for you to get to the quality of women that you want to have long term? No. Okay? Why? Because when you are building up, like let's say you have a massive partner count, or you're thinking about getting a massive partner count because you want experience with women, this is a really bad idea from so many different angles, because it destroys the women and their future families and their future kids and their future husbands who are going to be with that woman in the future. And if you are racking up partner counts, okay, obviously this has nothing to do with business, but if you understand women and understand what actually happens to them when you sleep around with them and then you leave them behind, and the more high value you are, the more of a problem this becomes. And since this is the Men of High Value channel, I have to teach this to you guys. Just realize and understand that you are destroying society. You're destroying future families, and this is what society is made up of. So, should you apply the quantity before quality there? No, not at all when it comes to sleeping with them. However, if you're going to have 3 quality women in the future, which is what I recommend that you commit to for life, and you never ever sleep with anyone outside of lifelong commitment, at some point in time you have to go through the quantity of women when it comes to hanging out with them in large groups, okay? That's what I'm talking about. So the principle is important and is applied, but you don't massively emotionally involve them to the point where they believe that they have you, but then they end up not having you because you left them behind. Does that make sense? So never ever sleep with a woman outside lifelong commitment, but at some point you do need to get to know a lot of women, get to know them, but not in the biblical sense, in order for you to actually choose the best, highest, top tier quality women that you can have in the future. Thank you so much for watching. That was the quantity versus quality, working hard versus working smart. I'll see you guys